So for our subject today, we're going to be using the new 𝗟𝗶𝗵𝗀𝘀 e-bike, which I'm actually reviewing on makeusef.com if you don't follow me there. So one of the coolest things about this lens, obviously, is that field of view. And something I noticed is when you're walking, vlogging, and just throwing the lens out like this, even though we have no stabilization built into the lens, you can get really smooth results. And holding it out, even though this is a heavier lens, the fact that it's a little bit smaller, I can hold it from the middle part of the lens, and as long as I'm not doing this for too long, it's not that bad. You need to keep in mind that you can easily get the jello effect if you're not careful, just because of how rounded this is. Now, I'll show you a before and after. In DaVinci Resolve specifically, and other video editing tools, you actually have the ability to do some lens correction relatively easily. So this is before, and this is after. And you can see that makes a pretty big difference. So before walking, and after. So it helps a little bit. Obviously, it's not perfect and not a replacement for like a 24 or a 35mm that doesn't have this kind of distortion. Now, the other thing that you should keep in mind when you're filming with a lens like this, at least on the Sony a7S III, I noticed there was a lot, again, of that jello effect, and I believe that has to do with your stabilization. It can mess it up. So we're turning stabilization off now, and let's just see if that's making any difference. Look at all these boats just passing by. So here we are walking, no stabilization. And look how I'm right up against here. It's almost like I have an action camera lens on this, which is actually what's pretty cool. It makes, like I said, filming videos like this pretty fun and also easy. And the fact that I can go from this to filming like this, and provided I just adjust my focus point a little bit, that's not too bad, you know? Everything in frame. So say I'm reviewing something, product in frame, say I'm showing something off like a scenery like this, that's all in frame. So that, again, makes things a lot easier with a lens like this, and the fact that I don't have to worry about stabilization, throwing it on a gimbal, it's relatively, stable. Let's try walking backwards and seeing the before and after of throwing that lens correction on. So before and after. Because we're shooting video right now, we don't really care too much about our corner sharpness, since we're not pixel peeping. We're not going to blow this up and put our images on a billboard. Not like you'd really use this lens for that anyways, but that's f8. So it makes it a little bit easier to film a scenery like this. And if I flip it around, I should be in focus too. So walking like that, flipping it around, walking backwards, fun. So the other thing I want to show you is, again, if you're filming something like this, and maybe I'll increase my ISO just a little bit here, but to pan up and down, aside from the fact that you got that interesting distortion on the side, it's so incredibly smooth, even just going left to right when we pan left to right and tilt up and down. I always get the two confused. Without the need of a gimbal, granted it's going to be a lot smoother on a gimbal, but still, this is pretty cool, right? As we overlook Jersey. The boat. Hey guys. The ferry. And then back to me. if you want a lens that you can easily, you know, film something like that, then film yourself, and you like having the fun of using a manual lens and getting a little bit more creative with your shots, you know, it's definitely a very unique perspective that you can get with this that you typically won't get with any other lens. So let me know your thoughts on this lens in the comments down below. Until the next one, catch you later.